here's a lady that really created history in open water swimming and marathon swimming and breaking the world record for the English Channel back in 1978, Penny. Penny Lee Dean from USA. Welcome.
Thank you.
How's it feel to be back in New York?
It's nice. I actually live in New York now. I moved out of California. I ended up with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue and had to give up my job. And my partner got a job at Syracuse University, so I've been up there trying to recover. And just this year I've started coaching people again.
Fantastic.
So I have a swimmer actually whose goal next year is to swim this. Now she's doing the Italy this year.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of people aren't aware, you shared an amazing story yesterday at the Global Open Water Swimming Conference, and you were telling people how, at what age was it when you dreamt of swimming the English Channel?
10.
10 years of age?
10 years.
Wow. You know, where did that dream come from? Was it anybody in particular that, what was it about the English Channel that you said, at 10 years of age, I'm going to swim in the English Channel? But not only did she say she's going to swim in the English Channel, she said she's going to break the record.
Well,
Wait. Shh. Sorry.
I had tried to swim the Golden Gate and I didn't make it, and my mother walked away. And so I walked up the steps and said, before I quit swimming, I'm going to swim the English Channel and break the world record.
At 10 years of age?
10 years of age.
What inspired you to keep going across the channel? Because I know you said you went and lived overseas for two to 3 months?
A year.
A year?
I was there a whole year and trained with pretty much every country in Western Europe.
So you know, I heard you talking yesterday, the cold water became your friend.
Right.
You just felt
I did a lot of mental training. I'd spend about 2 hours a day total with mental training.
What kind of mental training did you do? Because we talk about it, but what did you actually practice?
I had a relaxation tape that I used, and then I had cards that said the more tired I am, the better I feel, the faster I swim. The colder the water, the warmer I feel. What's the other can? Oh, I'm happy and excited because I've just swum the channel and it felt like 10 minutes went by.
And your time was 7 hours?
And 40 minutes.
And 40 minutes. What was the record that you broke? What time did you break?
The men's record was 8:45 at the time.
An hour and 5 minutes. She took an hour and 5 minutes off the men's record, and how much off the women's record?
An hour and 16.
Wow. And your record stood for 16 years?
Yes.
And when Chad Hunterby,
and Chad broke it.
who you coached?
Who I coached when I was a national team coach.
And he was the world champion in 1991 in the
Yes,
25K?
in the 25K, and we won the world championships down there.
Yes.
We only didn't get the first place in the women because
Oh!
you won. But we got second and third in the women, and we won in the men.
But you remember what I said when I came out of the water. I thanked America. I thanked USA for teaching me and embracing me, because I wouldn't have found open water swimming if I hadn't had
Gone to
people
Arkansas.
and had people like you that embraced me and loved me and taught me everything. That's what I love about the United States. That's what I love about this sport. It is different to pool swimming, isn't it?
Yes.
We do share our tools.
It's one of the things I wrote 3 different books, and all of them were to help other people, because if you don't give it back, what are you doing? There's no point.
Exactly. It's pretty lonely standing on the dais by yourself, isn't it?
Yes.
And I want to finish off with, tell us a story about your mother when you came out of the channel, and she shared with something, I think, which is just the epitome of your story, when you were telling me about when your mother walked away that day and what you learned.
Oh, she started crying because she thought she walked away because she thought she was pushing me too hard, and I thought she walked away because I failed her. So it made the swim even more important to both of us.
Well, thank you very much, Penny. It's been amazing to listen to your story, and great to have you back in the community and sharing your tools and tips, and now in New York helping other people achieve their goals and dreams. Hi, this is Shelley Taylor-Smith from OpenWaterSource.com. What I want to introduce you today to is the Race Directors Certification Program, which is available at www.openwatersource.com. It's online and in demand. Now, if you're a race director and you're passionate about starting an open water swim anywhere around the world, in any format, whether rivers, dams, lakes, oceans, or even around this fantastic backdrop here in Manhattan Island, in New York City, this is the tool that's going to help you produce the best ever event. Now, when we talk about best ever event, we're talking about best practices, safety, security, organisation, but also before that, marketing, planning, getting the right people around you, sourcing the sponsorship, sourcing the right volunteers. That's going to make sure that your event stands up, stands out, and shine. Now, click on the link, get involved. We'd love to have you on board, and I guarantee you that your athletes will be coming out and saying thank you for putting on the best ever event. I'm with some legends in open water swimming right now. I mean, these are the people that really, in a variety of ways, have actually built this sport in America, but also on a global aspect. We've got Dale Petranech here, who is the first Honorary Secretary for the Long Distance Swimming Commission for FINA, now called the Open Water Swimming. Welcome, Dale. How's it feel to be in New York City?
Well, I don't care much for the traffic. And I drove up so we could have somebody put the stuff in and moving around. And so traffic jams and so on. Where I live, we have roughly 1,000 people, and that's it.
How does it feel to you to see the growth of this sport?
Oh, it's just great. It's just fabulous. And it's so many people. I remember when I started out, Penny started out, we had only 2 or 3 people countrywide that were doing anything. And now everybody else is. And I do this primarily to the Olympics because people now, the coaches for one, think, well, I have another avenue to get a swimmer into the Olympics. So the whole vast increase of everybody, and then here again the ability of the swimmers has increased so greatly with the training methods and so on.
Well, I mean, you've hit on a point. I mean, this is the fastest growing sport in the world.
Right.
Recreational sport, not competitive sport. So, you know, there's over 4,000 events now happening globally. We're working with the International Marathon Swimming Hall of Fame. What's your role there?
Well, I'm Secretary of Treasury. We've got a very unusual structure where we have representatives from all over the country. Kevin Murphy from Great Britain is the president. Steve is the administrative chief, and Bob Dunkel, who was really running the whole thing for years, is now the FINA, the open water liaison with the Hall of Fame.
Fantastic.
So we're growing, and we got a small budget, and the whole idea was that we were very happy with where we were with being a committee of the International Swimming Hall of Fame. But we were so long with just our handout, running in front of things. Now we can start paying back a little bit, and hopefully we get some sponsors and enough money to take care of it.
Excellent. Well, we'll talk about sponsorship later. And if you didn't hear Dale before, go on to International Marathon Swimming Hall of Fame. And is that internationalswimminghalloffame.org, the website?
It's up and up and up.
And is that international? What's the?
It's part of Steve's.
Okay. And next to Dale is Jane Katz. Now Jane is being inducted tomorrow into the International Marathon Swimming Hall of Fame. Jane, how's it feel to be in New York City?
It is just a home away from home because I live here. And Manhattan is an island. And I think the fastest way to get around the island is to swim. As Dal mentioned in his comments about, and it's the best way because you get a bird's eye view and every seat is the best seat.
Now how many times have you swum?
I have helped to coach people for over 30 years and helped to start this swim 30 years ago.
I remember you way back. We won't say how old we were. We never do that. We never do that to a lady.
Somebody today.
Exactly, and I have some swimmers today.
Oh, fantastic!
In relays and whatnot. So it's usually their first swim.
Yeah.
I specialize in, the beginning swim. I can swim, but I can't breathe. I want to do Manhattan, but I don't know how to swim. And I get them to the place where they can train and do it.
Well,
and that is, priceless because they do.
And being a coach is a valuable aspect. Now, this man here has just stuck his head in, and he is a legend in open water swimming. Tim Johnson. Tim, now I've had the preview of your knowledge and expertise around Manhattan many times.
Well, yes, you did, because I had somebody in the water competing against you. And try as we could not beat this lady. We couldn't do it.
So he jumped on board and became my teammate, didn't you, in '95?
Yes, I did. Oh yes, I remember that swim. We set the record.
Yes, we set the
What we're
record.
aiming for that. Oh God, yeah.
Hi everybody, I'm Shelley Taylor-Smith, and right now, welcome to my favourite backyard in the world. It's New York City. This is where all my dreams began, way back in 1984. Now for a lot of you, you know, you're thinking swimming around Manhattan, you've got to be kidding. But it's at the start, there's a lot of nerves going on, but there's also a lot of excitement. Returning here, just me talking about it gives me goosebumps. And I know a lot of you, when you start your open water swimming event, even as you're driving down, riding down, even as you're sitting here waiting to be called to the starting line, what are you thinking, what are you feeling, and what's going on inside? I know how you feel because I've been there, but let me help you. I'm going to help you today by introducing two valuable sources of information that's going to help you think like a champion, achieve your goals, and turn that love-hate relationship for all things open water around, so you can get over that black line and that chlorine sniff. Open water swimming to me is probably one of the most valuable gifts that I've been given in my life. Regardless of all my setbacks, when I got in the open water, I felt free as a bird. And really, most people get out here and they just love being in the environment, they love being free, and they love being able to swim. I really believe that swimming is a gift, as I said, and swimming, you should be able to swim for your life. If you click on the link to the left or down here and click on openwaterswimmingmastery.com, I'm going to give you a free chapter that you can download and read about the what I think is the solitude of the sport, the most important 6 inches of your body, the distance between your ears. And that's my biography, Dangerous When Wet, the Shelley Taylor-Smith story. You can download that free chapter, first chapter, right now by clicking on and filling in those details. Now, I know that you show up at the start and you're thinking all this fear, all this frustration is overwhelming. But, you know, there's two valuable sources, as I said, openwaterswimmingmastery.com, and also a magnificent tool for officials, administrators and coaches in open water swimming, triathlon, master swimming, pool swimming. For those people that are transferring from pool to the open water, is openwatersource.com. That's www.openwatersource.com. That's source.com. Now on there they've got a great online coaching certification tool that's going to help you train better, think better, and help you be better equipped when you're out there with your athletes, when you coach them in the pool, transferring to the open water, but also nutrition, mindset, fueling them up during the event, pre-training, how to train, what to train, equipment, to really equip you so when you get to race day, your athletes are going to be on fire and they're going to come through and deliver the goods that you know your athletes can fulfill their dreams and achieve their champion potential. So click on either down there right now and help you think like a champion with open water swimming mastery tips from myself. And what you're going to discover, I'm going to be interviewing champions from around the world, and they're going to share why they love open water swimming so much. When you go to openwatersource.com, you're going to have Interview Wednesday, where you're going to have champion organisers help you be better equipped so you can have zero tolerance, and safety and security for our athletes, as we know, is a #1 priority. So I look forward to welcoming you. Download that free chapter right now. Go to openwatersource.com, and if you don't quit, you will make it. This is Shelley Taylor-Smith telling you you can think like a champion and achieve your goals. Penny, if there was one tip you could give to anybody who's starting out in open water swimming, whether they're a triathlete or whether they want to be a professional swimmer, what's one tip that you can share to the people in open water swimming?
Find a coach that knows what they're doing.
Well, that says it all, folks. Find the right coach.